Hi everyone, how are you? Let's go to another incredible story today. So let's go. It was an autumn morning when Carlos, a 52-year-old man, was hired by Rodriguez Textile Factory. After years of working in various companies and acquiring extensive experience, he was eager to face another challenge. However, he had no idea he would be met with scornful and distrustful looks from his younger colleagues. On the first day, as he was introduced to the team, Carlos noticed the hostile attitude of the younger employees. Whispered comments, disdainful looks, and muffled laughs were common whenever he walked by. However, Carlos remained steadfast, determined to prove his worth naturally. The young employees, led by João and Rita, believed that Carlos's presence would be a setback. To them, an older man meant resistance to new technologies and new ways of working. They were used to a frenetic pace, where innovation seemed to be the only rule. But the factory owner, Mr. Rodriguez, knew exactly what he was doing by hiring Carlos. He was fully aware that Carlos's experience and knowledge would be crucial for the transformation the factory needed. The first days were difficult. Carlos observed the processes and identified the weaknesses. He saw the haste of the young ones to complete tasks without due attention to detail, resulting in errors and rework. In meetings, his suggestions were ignored or treated with disdain by the younger employees who didn't know who he was. Then one day, a large order from an important client was compromised due to a series of operational failures. Desperate, the young employees didn't know how to fix the situation. That's when Carlos stepped in. With impressive calmness, he analyzed the problem, identified the failures, and presented a detailed solution. Under his guidance, the team worked together and managed to save the order. From that moment on, the young employees began to realize there was something special about Carlos. Gradually, they opened up to his ideas and started listening to him. Carlos, in turn, began offering training and sharing his experiences, showing techniques and methods that increased work efficiency and quality. It didn't take long for the factory to start thriving with high-quality standards. Productivity increased, errors decreased, and customer satisfaction soared. The young employees now looked at Carlos with respect and admiration. They learned to value the experience and knowledge that only years of work could provide. At the end of his contract, Carlos saw that his mission was complete. He had transformed the entire factory and earned everyone's respect. In a farewell meeting, Mr. Rodriguez gave an emotional speech, thanking Carlos for his profound and more than expected impact on his company. Carlos said goodbye with a smile. He knew he had left a legacy. The young employees, now his friends and admirers, promised to continue following his teachings. As he walked out of the factory door, Carlos was already heading to the next company where he would make the same difference. He left, leaving behind a sense of longing, an example of efficiency, and above all, a lesson in respect and valuing experience. His name remained engraved in everyone's memory as the man who showed that wisdom comes with time and that respect is the key to true success. What no one knew was that Carlos's contract with Mr. Rodriguez was only for a year or two until things were resolved. From the beginning, he had been hired for a specific mission: to get the factory's productivity back on track. This was Carlos's true talent. He was a specialist in transforming underperforming companies, going from place to place, solving problems, and leaving a trail of efficiency and respect wherever he went. At the end of the year, with Rodriguez Textile Factory running at full steam, Carlos was ready to move on. The employees, now full of admiration for him, were surprised to learn about the humble professional he was and that he would be leaving. Many wondered how the factory would maintain the same level of excellence without his presence. With a calm smile, Carlos gathered everyone for one last conversation. He thanked each person for their effort and collaboration, reminding them that the true strength of the factory lay in the hands of the workers themselves. He encouraged them to continue applying the knowledge they had gained and to maintain the spirit of teamwork. That day, Carlos said goodbye to the factory, leaving behind not only a company in better shape, but a transformed and inspired team. He moved on to his next mission, knowing that there was always another place in need of help, a new company requiring his expertise to achieve success. And so, the legend of Carlos Dedeias, a man who brought productivity and respect wherever he went, continued to grow. With each factory transformed, he left a legacy of efficiency, valuable teachings, and, above all, an example of how experience and knowledge should be respected and valued. The young employees, who initially despised him, had now learned a lifelong lesson. Do everything with goodwill, and you will have the strength of a true leader. This is the story of Carlos. Humility, experience, and respect. If you liked this story, leave your comment, like, and subscribe. And may God bless you. See you in the next video.